So here is another battle with my Garbodor Terrakion deck. I haven't played this deck in a long time, so I have a feeling that we're probably getting near the end of the Garbodor Terrakion matches that I've recorded. I just try and switch it up and show some different stuff from time to time. This is against a YouTuber, Cowheads. And I believe this is his eel deck, and I forget if this is a newer or an older eel deck. I know for a while there he didn't have the cards to update to the like a new eel deck with without Professor Oak, Collector, and Drunk Arm, but again, not really sure, so we'll find out. He also runs Terrakion as well in his build, so probably not a bad idea at all. And I mean, nothing like a Terrakion versus Terrakion war, right? So, looks like I get to go first. I start off with a Terrakion and a Trubbish, and you could always read our comments in the bottom. I've sped up this video a little bit to kind of help out. Attach a fighting to my active, and I'm going to put that experience share on the Trubbish. I would prefer to have a rescue scarf on it. However, more importantly is it's going to be able to get the activate Garbodor's ability and shut down his eels. So on his turn, he plays a fighting energy as well, benches a Zekrom, and has to pass. So he was not able to get any eels out. Looks like, well, wow, 3 switch in my hand. I believe I only run, I run 4. So definitely gonna want to just attach this fighting energy to my Terrakion and then end the rest of this hand away. I don't really want to give him something to get into Dynamos, but yeah. Now I decide to evolve the second Garbodor since I can put a rescue scarf on it. However, if he runs a Tool Scrapper, that's really going to be a bad idea to have both of the tools in play. He can get them off in one clear shot. Looks like he's putting an Eviolite on his Terrakion. No big deal. I've got two Tool Scrappers in hand, so we'll easily be able to get rid of that. And next turn I would still be able to hit him for 90 with my beautiful Land Crush. No supporter in my hand though, so that's a little bit concerning. I would love to have a couple bench Terrakion, maybe even a Mewtwo on the bench with a nice experience share ready to go. So, let's see. Looks like he's going to attach to his Terrakion and probably just do the same thing to me, retaliate for 30. He benches a Mewtwo, so we might get into a little Mewtwo war here. And yep, just hits me for 30. And wow, I hit a level ball. Level balls are only for getting out my Trubbishes, so not really good. Now, question is, do I use a level ball to just go ahead and thin out my deck, or do I hope that probability, is on my side and that it'll be likely that I hit a supporter next turn? Oh, and I forgot to Tool Scrapper before I did that, but it really doesn't matter. I'll be able to Land Crush again, and unless he has a plus power to knock me out. Now, if he has a plus power to knock me out, I may be screwed. So, let's see, it looks like he's attaching a blend, so he's going to be able to Land Crush me right back as well. Wow. Yeah, hits me for 90, and wow, I draw into the third Tool Scrapper. So, yeah, we're just gonna Land Crush again and hopefully get a supporter off of my prize, or another Terrakion, something. This is just a little bit odd. I'm almost tempted to play my Trubbish once my Terrakion gets knocked out and put an N or a Bianca, well, probably not Bianca, obviously in my hand, but an N back on top. So he actually promotes his Dynamo, which is really not a bad idea. His electrics are going to be dead space in this match. His really only hope of getting his electrics to where they can work is capturing up that Garbodor. And if I remember right, again, this is his earlier deck, so I don't think he actually has, I think he's got maybe one catcher or something like that. So, I really don't want to waste a knockout on an eel since it's useless anyway, so I'm probably going to be using that catcher. However, first, I'm going to level ball for a Trubbish and then communicate away for another Terrakion. Now, it'd be great to have an energy to attach, but, that's okay. So, I'm going to bring up that Zekrom and go ahead and one-shot it with my Land Crush, and hopefully and mainly just to draw a second prize. If I had a good hand, a good supporter, a good bench, I would have brought up the Mewtwo to really spread out the damage, but this was, yeah, much more important was just to get the second prize. However, I'm really not drawing into stuff very well. Still no supporter, so he, looks like playing for a switch, and he's trying to paralyze me. No, Oh, well, never mind. I forgot, I was already at 120. He only needed, to knock me out with a Dynamo. And my Terrakion is nowhere near being ready to go. So, yeah. I have a feeling I'm actually going to be using Trubbish to put an N on my deck. So, Super Rotted, Terrakion, and friends in. We're going to attach the Rescue Scarf. And why did I... Oh, I don't even think I realized that I could attack with Trubbish. He's actually got a great first attack for one colorless, so I had the energy. You put any card in your discard pile, onto the top of your deck, which means I could have put an end there. So that was a huge misplay on my part by not doing that, because I really need a fresh hand. I just absolutely need it. So, yeah, I'm gonna probably have to sacrifice the Terrakion. So he knocks out my little Trubbish. Good thing is my Garbodor is still available, so, I mean, I still am denying him his electric. I'm gonna put out the Terrakion with the Rescue Scarf, and, oh well, I end up topping an N anyways, so I guess it really didn't matter. We're gonna go ahead and Tool Scrapper away that Eviolite, and then N, going to attach a Fighting to the Terrakion, and now I draw all the supporters. So, yeah, he says if you look in the box, he says he had the catcher in his hand, so was able to end that away. He uses his own Super Rod to put in a Terrakion, Fighting, and probably a Lightning. Yep, and a Lightning. So definitely not bad, and just X-Balls me for 40. I'm gonna go ahead and Bianca, which is gonna, search for 3, attach a second Fighting Energy, and end my turn. I could have used a Tool Scrapper in that situation just to get that Eviolite off of Mewtwo, but really not a big deal to rush into it. Who knows if he has a third Eviolite, and next, when I do if I can hit a switch, I'll be able to, attack. So, we're gonna go ahead and use the Tool Scrapper, on that Eviolite. Let's put another Trubbish down, and Bianca again. Still don't hit a switch, so I'm just going to attach to my Terrakion on the bench, and, maybe I'll hit a switch next turn. So, right now I'm just going to kind of let him whittle away at my little Terrakion, and, let's see, we're going to see a Junk Arm for... What are we going to see a Junk Arm for? I'm not quite sure what he needs. Maybe if he's played a random receiver, maybe a random receiver to try and hit a Pont, get his hand up a little bit, maybe. Let's see. Oh, he says he thinks you could Junk Arm for Eviolite. I really don't remember if you can, or if that's a game glitch. So, he attaches another Eviolite and a DCE, so that should be enough to knock me out now. No? Still not enough. Awesome. Or is it? No? He hit me for 80, he had already hit me. Nope, it does knock me out. So, that's fine. I finally got a Terrakion ready to go, now, and then I can start working on a Mewtwo. Got a Rescue Scarf. We're gonna put a Rescue Scarf on my active Terrakion, and, we're gonna go ahead and end. And nice. No, Tool Scrapper first. So, misplay there, didn't realize, yeah, so he hits me for, yeah, he's one-shotting me. This is not good. Yeah, I really messed up by not playing that Tool Scrapper because I could have two-shot him if I could have gotten something. So I end up just putting out my Trubbish as a sacrifice, and yeah, looks like I'm not going to be doing very well in this game. He bumps up another energy, so yeah, he's really one-shotting me now. Um, and I don't run DCE, so there's no way I can get two energy on my Pokemon at once. So, I don't see how he could possibly lose this. So he tries for a reversal, brings up my Terrakion with my only energy, and hits it for 120. I'm not quite sure why he didn't take the... yeah, I have no idea why he did not take the knockout when he could, getting him down to one prize. So I end up just capturing up a Terrakion to stall. He gets another eel in play, he attaches and passes. Um, yeah, I'm yeah, I guess I can't attack, so I'm just going to have to stall. Um, there's really nothing I'm going to want to use that switch on because my only energy is attached to my active, so just hope that he doesn't have the energy to attack maybe. Um, Not quite sure. I do have the experience share on Terrakion, but um, that'll help. He plays on a Sky Arrow and a DCE, so I'm assuming he's going to retreat and knock me out with the Mewtwo. Yep, there's Mewtwo. Super Rodding in... What's he gonna Super Rod in? Probably some Lightning Energy since he can't really use him with Electric. And a Fighting Energy. And that should be enough to knock out my Terrakion. Yeah, I'm just gonna put up a Trubbish. Um, and that would be game, pretty much. I really needed a catcher to try and stall into something else. But we're just gonna switch into a Terrakion, and did Experience Share not work? I guess it didn't. So, I just switch. He Junipers for a nice fresh hand. He's already hitting me for 2, 4, 6, a lot. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep, and there's game. Catcher for the Garbodor, and knocks out the Garbodor for his last prize. So, you can see why the Garbodor Terrakion, or not Garbodor Terrakion runs Mewtwo. It's because it's very susceptible to Mewtwo. However, you have to draw a supporter in order to draw into the Mewtwo. So, there's another battle video, and stay tuned for more coming up.